I'm so glad Discotek Media put out Digimon the Movies because it includes, for the first time ever, Digimon the Movie in high definition. First off, just to review that real quick, it is a beautiful remaster. It takes the footage from the Japanese Blu-ray right here of the movies. But that's mainly why I got this set, was for the remaster of the American Digimon movie, because that is where most of my Digimon nostalgia lies, is within that movie. Growing up, I was mostly a Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball kid, and so Digimon was kind of in the background for me. I knew about it. I kind of wanted to get into it, but it just never hit my brain. I didn't get around to it with the time that I had. I guess I was watching other shows, so I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't even get to see the movie in theaters. I was watching the Pokemon movies all in theaters. So when I saw the VHS tape of this at my local Fry's, that's when I was able to finally watch it. And I love the movie. Now, I was such a nerd and was such an internet kid at the time. I already knew that the Digimon movie was three movies kind of spliced together. And watching that, you can definitely tell. And even today, it's very noticeable that it's three movies. And we'll get to that in a second. But I really enjoyed it, and I always wanted to watch the first three original movies uncut. And thankfully, with this new set, there's a new dub with them too, so that's going to be very nice to watch. Now, with that terminology there, I still have not watched the first three movies yet. The first thing I watched when I popped this Blu-ray in was the American Digimon movie. I had to take a trip down memory lane, and it was fantastic. From the opening rap to all of the jokes, a lot of it still really lands for me. It's the jokes are actually really hilarious. I think how they spliced it together was very interesting. I don't know if they completely met the mark on that one. With the evil Digimon in movies 2 and 3, I feel like they were trying to connect them, and they kind of did that. I don't think they did a good job in connecting and like really hammering home that these are the same villain. Because as a kid, I thought that that's what they were going for, and even now it can kind of seem that way, but it's not very, very clear. I think that they tried to make it that way, but I feel like if they made it explicitly more clear in their way to try to splice these movies together, I think they would have done a better job at trying to do so. That being said, I don't think they should have included movie 3. It actually does feel out of place, and within Digimon the movie, it feels rushed. Like, once they finish our war game and go into Hurricane Touchdown in the re-edit, it's just them putting it out of obligation, because I feel like they ran out of juice and their creativity, because it's not nearly as funny as the our war game part. It's not nearly as creative. The dialogue feels very corny and lazy. And, of course, there's that infamous edit where Davis is getting emotional, and Willis kind of even points out, well, that was fast, how quick the edit is. It's almost just like they're just trying to rush along movie 3 to get it out of the way. Based on the re-edits and the rewatch that I did of the movie, of Digimon, the movie, the American one, I'm very interested to see how movie 3 turns out on its own, because it seems like it's the lesser of all three, but we'll have to wait and see, because I still need to watch them. I'm very interested to watch movie 1 too, because it's such a small part of Digimon the movie. that I'm wondering what else is part of it, and really what was like left out from the US version. Because I'm wondering if there was enough story there to actually just splice movie 1 and 2 by themselves and release that. Because having the Digimon Adventure 1 and 2 cast in the same movie but not really connecting closely enough to where it justifies them being in the same movie, I think it would just make more sense if it just was just a Digimon Adventure 1 movie altogether by itself. But I understand at the time of the release of this in theaters, they needed to sell Digimon Season 2, so they had to put the characters in there, of course. They were really hoping to capitalize on that. But it didn't really work out, did it? We never got another Digimon movie. In theaters, that is. Now, with this new Blu-ray versus the old Digimon DVD, there is no Anna Anaconda short. Thank God. You're not forced to watch it at the beginning of Digimon the Movie. It was hard-coded into the DVD, I believe, and as well as the VHS tape. So every time you put it on, you had to fast forward through that damn thing because it was so annoying. It wasn't even funny. Fox was really trying to shove that show down our throats, and no one wanted to watch it because it just wasn't funny. It would have been funny if they included it at least as an Easter egg for completionist sake, but even from that old DVD, the music video of Kids in America by Len is not included in this Blu-ray either. So it is solely the 3 movies and the Digimon the Movie American version. Now, there are special features on this disc, however, and it's mostly new stuff. Now, it's interviews and making ofs and new English dub bloopers. But there is one old special feature, and it is a vintage Digimon recap. Now, it's called recap in the menu, but it seems like it's one of those early like pitch videos for producers to use to pitch the show to networks. But I'm assuming that this was aired or at least put on a separate DVD for consumers to watch because, I mean, it's labeled as the recap, so I'm assuming it was used as a recap somewhere. But this does seem like a pitch video, if that makes sense. But I'm glad I did watch it before the movies because I did kind of forget what some of the lore was. Unfortunately, Digimon the Movie actually doesn't even talk about exactly what the lore was. Like, some of the terminology they use in the narration tries to put you up to speed to where we are in the story. But a lot of it is assuming that you know a lot of the context of the heroes and characters and devices and monsters. Like in the movie, I don't remember them explicitly saying that they were teleported to the digital world at some point, and they have digital monsters that do evolve with the Digivice. So a lot of that information is in that recap video. So if you are new to Digimon and you are watching these movies for the first time, try to watch that recap video. It's dub only, and it is for the dub version of the show. But at least it gives you some context as to what the world is like and what the characters are kind of experiencing with the monsters. But yeah, I am very happy with the Blu-ray release of Digimon the Movie as like a little extra bonus feature of the first 3 movies on Blu-ray. So that's very nice of Discotek Media to even include that. I cannot wait to watch the original versions of the 3 movies and get back to you on what I think about them too. So if you're interested in my thoughts on the first 3 movies, please hit the subscribe button. If you liked this video, please like it as well. And I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad Discotek Media put out Dragon Ball. I'm so glad Discotek Media put out Uh, I'm saying it again, Dragon Ball again, because I was just talking about Dragon Ball evolution. Digimon, I'm talking about Digimon. Digimon. Okay.